What are the pros and cons of pyramid politics?
Hello! Welcome to Real Talk Alberta with Marilyn Burns, leader of the Advantage Party. I'm Ahmed, and today we'll be talking about the pyramid scheme of government.
Thanks, Ahmed. It's great to meet you. And I see this wonderful little structure that you built. And I'm just wondering if any of our listeners and viewers knows what this is. Can you describe what this is?
Well, it's a bootleg pyramid, that's for sure, made by these uncrafty hands. And with whatever pieces I had. It's a pretty amazing pyramid, I say myself.
What's this up here?
That is the absolute power corrupts absolutely kind of guy. Looks like our transracial prime minister.
Okay. This is the leader of a pyramid scheme in politics. And this is the way governments typically run, where the ruler, the leader, wins all. And people climb up the different levels to try to get to the top. And once they're at the top, they're the king or queen of the society. Now, we were talking about this in some of history, and you mentioned to me how when you have a righteous leader, a righteous ruler, this can actually work. Can you tell our audience an example?
Well, in Sicily, they had a king. I forgot his name, but he was around the 16th century, and he ruled for 7 years under very just causes, right? And he boosted up Sicily's economy at such a high rate. And the thing is with the pyramid scheme of government, if the person is on top, a righteous, strong leader, then things are going to work out very, very well. But if, let's say, somebody who's weak and feeble and also oppressive can come into governance of power, then you can even have a mighty country fall down to absolute ruins.
And I know that you really admire Justin Trudeau.
Absolutely. He's my hero. Listen, Justin.
And Biden too, I bet.
Oh, man. Man, he keeps forgetting my name all the time, but it's all good. It's all good, man. But yeah, man, if he can find his wife and that ghost that he's trying to shake hands with, give me a call, buddy. All right, yeah.
So we see a system in both the United States and in Canada and around the world where this just isn't working. Same as in Alberta. Look how hard the UCP people had to work to toss Jason Kenney. So what causes this to crumble? What kind of things can cause a pyramid structure to crumble? We were talking about the Ottoman Empire. Also, no, most people don't know about the Ottoman Empire. It was the most powerful Muslim empire ever known.
Yeah, it had a very high regional capacity of power. But what corrupted it was like movements such as the Young Turks, which is basically like you know how they have like little governments that they create, basically not regional government, but overseeing governments. Hello, yes, we can. Bureaucracy. That's exactly what it was. It was a system of bureaucracy where we have to keep fairness and maintain order and sort of like, oh, this is unfair. We have to change things around. And basically, unelected people with absolute tremendous power can corrupt the flow of a country in many ways. It's like almost the same thing here when you have like little governmental bodies that you find, the environmental groups, the pharmaceutical groups, and they all talk all this nonsense, hullabaloo, and take away our freedoms. Our freedoms!
So what you're saying is this can go down, but it takes all this strong structure at the bottom, and these are the little servants, slaves, like who we are at the bottom of a pyramid scheme, where we don't really matter. So to get rid of this, it's a pretty strong structure, really.
Yeah.
So to get rid of this is a little tougher. I mean, you can start taking it apart that way, but it can also fall apart in the middle. But it takes a fair bit. We think of ideas through history where that's happened. The Roman Empire, for example, and America certainly, and a lot of the Western European countries, etc. So what we tried to do with the Advantage Party was learn some lessons. Now help me build a square, Ahmed.
All right.
Now you are all going to see Ahmed's really excellent building capacity. Except we cheated here a little bit because I built a base for you.
Oh, that is awesome. So okay, so I'm gonna use my grade 1 skills in. Okay, that's bad. That's like putting a round peg in a square hole. All right. Yes.
There we go. We have that much at least. But why don't we just put this here so that strengthens that corner?
Yes, and yes, as you can see, the square is coming along terribly, and
I might have to help you.
listen, this is horrible. Oh wait,
We
almost done it. But you know what? If we put the angle like this, you can't see the flaws.
And you might actually have just made a point.
Exactly.
Because with the Advantage Party, we looked at this really, really seriously, and we decided to build our foundation strongly and firmly. So, I think people in Alberta are getting pretty fed up with the king structure, the pyramid structure. So what we did, we have a four-sided balance of power. One is the leader, right there. One is our local constituency associations, so local.
Yep.
One is our elected MLAs, our caucus.
No idea what these are, but
Oh, you don't know what these are? We're going to talk about that then, so everybody knows. And one is our executive committee. So we have 4 power structures. What do we not have in this?
we don't have a pyramid scheme.
We don't
Perfect.
yeah, exactly. So we don't need that kind of a leader. We have a square of members who all contribute to this structure. Good, strong structure. Okay? So the leader, of course, is the leader. That would be me in our party right now. And then we have our executive committee, basically the administration of the party. The caucus are the elected MLAs that the voters vote for.
Yep.
And then we have the constituency associations, the local regions. Now we have elevated our constituency association boards to make more decisions within our party, because we hope we've learned from Danielle Smith and Brian Jean in when they destroyed the Wild Rose Party, the original Wild Rose Party, which was intended to be a member-owned party. We took a look at that Wild Rose Constitution, adopted it, and made changes to improve it so that it'd be very difficult for someone to break the structure. Does that make sense?
Yes. The thing is, I have no idea who 2 of these 4 members are.
Which ones?
The elected constituency, of course, I know. The
Executive
leader.
committee is made of the president of the party.
Yes. And
And
aren't
I'm-
you the president?
I'm the leader.
I'm the leader.
I'm right there.
So who's the president?
A lady named Carol Nordland Kinsey.
Oh.
Okay, so if you go on the website, albertaadvantageparty.ca, you'll see her picture, her lovely picture.
Yes.
And then we have an executive committee that deals with things like membership and fundraising and, you know, the nuts and bolts of the party communications.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, an administrative assistant.
There you
Yes,
go.
a secretary.
No,
Wonderful.
no, women's secretary on the,
No,
they
I don't
actually
want-
run the party's administrative side.
Site, exactly. Yeah, secretary. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. What's her name? Sorry, I apologize.
Carol is the president.
Carol, president. You know, wonderful title, but it is what it is. So who's next?
But you know what? Lots of people in Alberta, half of them have never voted. Half of the people in Alberta have never voted. And so they don't know anything about this structure.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't vote in Yemen, did you? Or
No,
your
we
parents?
did. Like in Yemen, yes, of course. But every time he had a 99% win. We just didn't know. It was just one name on a ballot. So we just. We just checked it and it was perfect. I mean, the same guy has been ruining the country for 40 years.
Well, you know, my grandfather from Russia, the German guy,
Yeah.
who is my hero of life, one of my big heroes, was so thankful to come to Canada and actually to be able to vote. He couldn't believe it because, you know, he fought for the last Tsar of Russia. And then
Oh.
Stalin nearly killed him, and my whole family, of course, that was there. So to come over here and be able to vote and be involved in the political process, boy, that was a big, big thing to my grandfather.
Yeah, even blew my dad's mind. And it's actually legitimate. Like, it works. He voted conservative, then liberal, and then he voted nothing. After, after the election, like this year's election, he was like, I'm not voting. This is
Is
Both-
that federal?
Yeah, the federal election, he was like, this year, it was the first year that I see my dad say, you know what? I don't know what's the difference between it and Yemen.
You know what? This is the first year I've not voted federally since I was 18.
Unreal.
First election, sorry. Because I see now that it doesn't make any difference what we do in Alberta.
Because it's always going to be blue, but at the end of the day, it's like kind
Well, it's
of.
red over there because of Ottawa.
Mm,
But actually because of Toronto mainly and a little bit of
Toronto,
BC.
yeah.
Yeah, Toronto makes Canada red.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Toronto and Vancouver has a bit of a help a little bit, and
Yeah.
it is. It's kind of the way how it's structured. Really,
That's the big problem.
the way how
with
it's structured. It's actually very much pro-liberal, and really it screws over two parties the most: conservative and NDP. Like it or not, even like I'm against the NDP, but it's true. Like, if the way how it's structured and how it's divided, it puts completely liberal at a complete advantage all the time.
which is why we focus so much on our structure.
Mhm.
To make sure we have a solid structure that's fair. So any of these groups around the square can be recalled. Recall means basically fired.
Nice.
So anybody around the whole square can be recalled. There's a formula in our Constitution for recall, but there's also, to be fair, a process for appeal.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's
So you're innocent till proven guilty.
yes. So we can appeal through mediation or arbitration. It's right in our Constitution. Now, so when folks want to learn how to vote because they were born and raised or they're new to Alberta, because we're just focused on provincial, okay, just Alberta. This is the
This is
advantage
just
part.
exactly
Yep. Okay.
for our kind for now, like mine. All right.
Okay, so you're going to be on a voters list if you're a citizen,
Yes.
and you're a citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a citizen.
When did
Canadian
you
citizen.
become Canadian citizen?
2004.
Congratulations.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you're going to be on a voters list, and you'll get a card in the mail, but if not, you've got to figure it out yourself. Well, how do I vote? And when I vote, then you've got to figure out who I'm going to vote for. So we can go on the Elections Alberta website, electionsalberta.ca,
Mhm.
and there's the list of all the 11 political parties that are real parties in Alberta. 11. And Advantage Party is right at the top.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So,
And
check the website out.
check the website, guys. Check it. And I'm telling you, she's a wonderful lady.
Know about Justin's nanoparticle, nanotechnology, whatever, the lipid particle that
Yeah.
he sticks in the body. Yeah, he gets some paid for that. Every single injection.
Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
But of course, Mr. Prime Minister, we know you have no vested interest in all of this.
Well,
I apologize for even questioning you, sir.
he would not last very long in this structure.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So he would be here, leader, and there are different ways for him to get.
Recalled.
He could do this.
Good appeal.
Probably wouldn't work for him. This explains why we don't want this system anymore. You've done a great job, and I thank you very, very much. So thank you for watching Real Talk Alberta with me, Marilyn Burns, leader of the Advantage Party. Please like, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.